Okay, let's start. Okay, so before we go to attendance and all the administrative stuff, let me introduce myself first. So the topic we want to cover today is introduction to the site project management. So I think most of you are new here. In fact, it's very new. So been observing you guys working for past few weeks and some is month. So I think I would like to take this opportunity to share some information and also let you guys improve a little bit on how you actually manage the site. Okay, that's my objective. So that's why I get off you here. Okay, so we're going to cover. Wait, just a second. Okay, so we're going to cover a bit for today. So later we will talk a bit on the administrative side of it, like my profile, and then of course we need to have some agreement during the whole trainings. We also will do some attendance, and of course we will do some ice breaking. I believe not all of you are working in the same projects. You guys are working in different projects, and then of course we will also emphasize on our learning outcome. Okay, then we will cover a little bit on the project site management organization, how supposed to be the whole organization work. I think like 2 weeks ago, I actually asked this question to a few of you. And then actually some of you don't even know how the site organization works. So I think this is a very good opportunity for us to cover that as well. And then some of you might not touches the project planning yet, because this one is a bit more tough, and normally the senior will cover for you. So I think today we will touch a bit on this as well. And then project execution, what is all the meetings, all the coordinations, and all the communication channels meant for the projects. And then we also will talk a bit of project monitoring and control. So maybe some of you are already doing part of it, but you are not aware the concept of it. So it means you just run it because your senior tell you to run it. So we will cover that as well. And then project closure. I think for a few of you have done a project closure before, but the rest of you are very new. You guys haven't done any project closure before. So later we will talk about some closure strategies, how we hand over to the operations, and of course, what is the responsibility for us as a main contractors during the DLP. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Today, don't treat me as your boss. Today, I'm your trainer. Okay, so you guys are my attendees. So very straightforward. Don't get so kanchiong. Relax. And then if you have any questions throughout the whole journey with me, you can ask questions. Okay. So today you guys are not working out. We are in a training. So for me, it's pretty straightforward. I'm a professional. We call it PTech professional technologies. So I got my PTech last year in YTL. Okay. So I've been working in this industry for 11 years, multiple different roles, from designer to project management, to contract, to procurement. And of course, now I'm running like a PKL okay. So this is normal in this industry. Okay, so for professional certification, I'm ADT certified CDDC, CDCP, TTT, and PTech. So it's a very long title, but forget about it. You will get it soon also. I rearrange all these courses for all of you as well. Okay, so previous role, I ran as a project manager before. I ran as a commissioning manager before. I'm a planner as well. I run the whole BIM program, and I also used to be a senior technical designer. Okay. So far, any question? Anyone don't understand anything from here? No, right? So before we go further, so we do some housekeeping rules. Toilet, I believe all of you know where is a washroom. Just go out and left-hand side. You may leave anytime during the class. Don't need to stop me. You don't need to ask for permission. You can go directly. And then later I will distribute for you guys some documentations for the class as well. And then I understand that you guys have some work ongoing on site as well. So if you have any urgent text need to reply or phone call need to reply, please feel free to do that. Just walk out from the room, reply it, then come back. Okay? And then emergency exit is very important. Safety first. So it's just right behind, turn right, then go to our assembly point in case there's any emergency. Okay, so we're going to have some break throughout the whole trainings later. I think before the lunch, we have one short break and then lunch. And then after the lunch, we have another short break, then end of the day. So I need you guys to be settled down really quickly after every break so that we can go through the whole class. Because the content is a bit huge. So if you guys drag a bit, then I think we will delay until 6. Okay, I'm expecting some delay there already. Okay, so very simple. Here got a lot of numbers. I will pass around. You guys just pick any numbers that you like. Okay, then the rest, the remaining, give back to me. Come. No, just take it and pass. Any numbers that you like. And from your side, you just cite the attendance. If your name is in the list, you just sign. If your name is not, then you just fill. Okay, for these sections, you guys can stand up. You need to sit down. We want to have a more relaxed and engaging environment. Why are you so panicked? Yep. Okay, let's settle down the numbers and the attendance. Okay, over. Iba, give me the cutter. No, the cutter. Okay, everyone got a number, right? And the attendance? Signing. Okay. Have we done with the attendance? Yeah. Why so緊張? Why so緊張? Okay. Okay. One more. Thank you. Take one. Take one. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. So I believe all the attendance already in place. Everyone have a number of card, right? Everyone also have, right? Yeah. 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 If your name is not in the list, you just fill. Yeah. Okay, so everyone have a copy of the card? Everyone have? Okay, so need some help from you guys. Don't sit down, just let's stand up. Yeah, just go around. Okay, I will call some numbers and I will group you guys in. Okay, then you try to talk to each other. So what we're going to do is that I will require you within the group of yourself, you guys introduce each other. So later, each group will need to tell me who is your friend. So means, example, I group A and B together. So A introduced to B, B introduced to A. So later I need A to tell me who is B and B should tell me who is A. Okay? So make sure you know your friend really well, you know. If not, later I ask you some question you cannot answer. That means you do know your friend. Okay? So just a second, let him settle down the document first. Okay. So supposingly I have number 1 to number 12 on the table. I mean with you guys. Can I have number 8 and number 1 group together? Who is number 8? Yeah, and number 1? Yeah, please, you guys can go and have your chat ready. So can I have number 9 and number 2 group together? Who is 9? Yeah, number 2. Yeah, can you guys go know each other first? And then number 7 and number 3? 7 and 3. Who is 7 and 3? Come, please, go know your friend. 6, 5? 6? Yeah, please know your friend. Thank you so much. And then 5, 7, 9. Number 10 and number 13. 10 and 13. Who is 10? Yeah, please know your friend. Yep. 13, 13. Who is 13? 12. Okay, never mind. 10 and 12. 10 and 12. Okay, then the remaining 3 of you need to know each other lah, because it's an odd number. Okay, so go introduce your friend. Come on. Yeah. We have 5 minutes. Know your friend. Then later we will start this game. Yeah, 3 of you can know each other. Don't worry. Yeah. Wow, you also anti-social one. Talk Okay. To facilitate your conversation, I think the minimum information that you need to obtain from your friend is what is his name, at least where he is from, how old is your friend, okay, and what is his hobby, okay? And most important one, I need you to remember what is the color, what is their favorite color. So later I will use this point as well. Yeah. Come. So now is 9:32. We will start on 9:35. Yeah. Nothing to talk on.
I don't even like this one.
What is his favorite color?
Red.
What is your favorite color?
Red.
Red, wrong red?
Red also.
Is it? Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, I need to write down. So worried, right? Yeah. Southside, everyone is ready, yeah? Okay. So everyone know your friend ready? Anyone need some more time? Okay. I give you some more time. Okay, done. So let's play the number train. I will start the game by calling one numbers. So the numbers that I call, you need to introduce your friend. Okay? And then after you introduce your friend, everyone try to pay a bit attention because I need you guys to know each other as well. So if you guys have anything else want to ask our friend to know more about the other friend, you can feel free to ask. Then after we are done, you, the one that introduce your friend, should call the next number and we keep it rolling. So we have number 1 to number 12. Okay? So don't call repeated number. I will tell you if the number is repeated. Okay? I would like to start with 7. Yeah, please introduce your friend.
So my friend name is Allison.
Hi, Allison.
So he is 26 years old. He comes from Ikokera.
Okay.
Then his hobby is actually fishing, but he said that he don't have any time because of he working here. So he has been working here for about 8 months. And in charge of he is the site engineer for the JDC wine.
Okay.
And then his favorite color, as you can see from his shirt, is red.
Wow, you all one gang one. Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, anyone want to know more about Alison? Okay. Okay, you can call next number.
12.
Yeah, 12, please.
His name is Vinod. He's 27 years old. He's from Ikokera, same as Edison. Maybe an
Okay.
And he likes to traveling. And his favorite color is red.
Yeah. Don't worry. Hi, Vino. I'm from Ipoh as well. Yeah. So anyone else have anything else want to ask about Vino? No, right? So you can call another random number. 3. Okay, Alison, come. Tell me your friend.
My friend name over here is Shafika, and she's from Johor, and she's 27 years old. And her favorite color is blue color, and she likes the hobby is cooking.
The favorite color is
Blue.
blue. Hi, Shafika. I remember you. Blue.
And she is in foresight.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not aware of that. Yeah, call a random number. Oh, shit. Sorry. Before we call a random number, anyone want to know other thing about JDC4 or Shafika?
Where you go to cook already?
Oh, yeah.
If I have a chance, then I call it off.
Okay. We will arrange for that. Don't worry. Okay, call a random number. 9. Yeah, come introduce us about your friend.
So this is Jeff, 21. He came from Rawang, Sarawak. His hobby is sports and he likes cooking. He's the engineer for this.
Oh, JDC4 again. So it's Dave. Jeff. Okay. Hi, Jeff. So anyone want to know more about Jeff? He likes sports, so we should bring him out for more sports. Okay? All sorts of sports. Sound interesting. Okay. Come, call another random number. 11. Who is 11?
Hi, this is Sarina, my friend.
Yeah. Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
Called her Sarah. And she's originally from Sabah, but now staying in Suria now.
Okay.
And she's 29. It's JDC4 engineer.
Oh, a lot of JDC4 engineer.
Her color is red. Hobby is singing.
Wow, also like red. Okay, okay. So anyone got any other question for Sarah? Sarina. Sarah. Sarina. Okay, never mind. Then let's call the next number.
Number 1.
Number 1. Can you introduce your best friend?
My best friend's name is Muhammad Iqbal bin Sabi. And he's from Tegis Brunei. And then his favorite color is blue. And his foot size is 8.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Iqbal. So anyone have any questions to Iqbal? How about flushing? Okay, come call the next number.
Number 10.
Yeah, 10. Who is that? Okay, Mr. Vidov, can you introduce your friend?
This is my friend here, Shafiq.
Shafiq, hi.
24 years old, from Kerala, and his hobby is food hunting. So,
Oh, he's a foodie.
yeah.
Okay, I'm a foodie too. I explore all here. Don't worry. Okay, can you call the next number? Yeah, number 2. Who is number 2?
Jeff.
Yeah, come, Jeff. Tell us who is your friend.
Friend here is Akila, 24 this year, from Lembah Negeri Sembilan. Currently taking care of AC2. Favorite color is purple. Hobby is cooking.
Yeah. So anyone want to know more about Zafira, right? Akila, sorry. Hi, Akila, sorry. So anyone want to know more about Akila? Oh, not bad. I test you all paying attention or not. Okay. Okay, come call the next number.
Number 8.
Number 8. Who is number 8? Okay, Mr. Iqbal, come.
His name is Kartik Anaki Zinawan.
Yeah, hi, Kratik.
26 years old. Came from Nasib Malacca.
Oh,
Then
Malacca.
His hobby is playing gym. And
Nyonya food. Oh, what accent is that?
size 8.
Okay.
Shirt size L.
Good information. Look like really best friend. Okay, can you call the next number?
6.
6. Oh, okay. Mr. Sharma,
Friend
come.
here, his name is Suresh Loganathan. He's from Subang. Favorite color is red. He's in YNCC2 project. His hobby is playing football.
Okay, so anyone have other question for Mr. Suresh? Oh, sounds good. Okay, come, call the next number. You are running out of number. 4, 5. 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Suresh, please introduce Mr. Sharma.
This is my friend, Sharma Kumar.
Hi, Sharma.
Kasim Sunandan. Okay. He's 26 and he's GMC one side engineer.
Yeah.
And
A petrol head. A petrol head.
Yeah. So his hobby is playing football, futsal, and also traveling. He likes to travel a lot, and his favorite color is red and also.
Yeah, so you need to call one last number.
It's number 4.
4, yeah. So it's 4. So you need to introduce 2 friends.
2 friends.
Yeah.
Okay. I have 2 friends here. So first, Mahendra.
Hi, Mahin.
Mahendra from JDC 1 engineer, and then age 24, very young, 24 years old, and his favorite color is blue. Originally from Selangor. Yes, and then next one is Alaikan, originally from Klang, Selangor. 26 years old. Favorite color black. Hobby hiking. My main hobby is watching movies.
Okay. Sounds good. So anyone want to know them further? Foot size? Okay, so very good sections. So the purpose of the section is just to let you guys relax up a bit. Don't be so uptight, because normally when we start the training, right, everyone get very panic, very uptight. So when you get too panic, right, you don't know what's going on. Okay, so just try to be relaxed. If you want to take a seat, you can take a seat, no problem. Stay together with your group. Don't need to go back to your original seat yet. Okay. If you don't want to take a seat, you want to stand and continue the section, also fine. It's okay. Okay. But I think it's an early morning lah. If you guys want to stand together with me, why not? Right. So let's talk about the learning outcome that we want to achieve for today's sections. Actually, very simple, like I say in the beginning. So I would love to all these my juniors to have a bit of impressions of what is the basic knowledge of managing a site. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So the first slide read that understand the basic knowledge of the site project management. So this is a very general statement, but at the same time, it's actually contain a lot of information that you need to know. So later we will go through some details. Then we also need to, I also observed that throughout the whole these few months, especially when I get more and more juniors on board, you guys are having difficulty on identifying the source of truth. Because when you run a project management, you need to know data and you need to know what is the truth. So I realized that you guys don't know where to find the information. Okay, so this is another thing that I want to talk about it today. So one of our outcomes is to identify the correct referencing data and the processes that we have in the company. Then lastly, I also realized that because most of you are fresh grad new, so sometimes, especially your seniors will tell you, hey, maybe Adigan, let's do that. But you just blindly go and do, but you don't know what you're doing. And actually what you really need to do, what is your scope, what you really need to try off. All those things is missing. So I also want to take this opportunity to make sure all of us have a basic understanding of what needed. Okay, especially I saw Kartik as well. Sometimes he's running here and there. I feel like he also don't know what he's running, right? So this is the thing that I try to give you guys a direction today, and then of course I hope you guys pick up something from today's training lah. Okay. So if you guys prefer standing, then I will go on, or you guys want to sit? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I try not to make today's class boring, but it's actually quite boring, to be frank with you guys, because we have a lot of content and information. Okay, so yeah. So let's start with the module 1, where we want to talk about site project management. So the most important thing about site project management, normally we talk about the project organization and each person role and responsibility. Okay, and to be very frank with you guys, in construction industry in Malaysia, it is very difficult to quantify performance of project engineers. This is a very tough thing, because each and every project engineers, your scope and responsibility is a little bit different from each other. So there is no scientific way to quantify the performance. So what we talk about is what normally your superior will talk to you about is the result that you deliver instead of your performance. That's how normally they catch you. Okay, so that's why it's very important for you to know the organization and know your role and responsibility. So very important, what is project management? Okay, to me, project management is something common sense in your life cycle. So during one's life, actually you're doing project management every day. How, when you do your homework during your primary school, how you do your assignment during your university. Actually, these all are, you are actually managing a project. It's just that we don't call it a project. That's why you don't feel like you're actually doing it. But actually, this sort of skill set, right, is already built into you since you first started in the education system. Okay, so project management, theoretically, what we say project management is defined as practical of planning. So we plan how we execute the projects. We executing the project, we doing the project, we overseeing the project. This is how we talk about project tracking. This is how you oversee the project. And then to achieve a specific goal. So like you do your homework in your primary school. Your teacher will tell you, right, you go back, write me this essay, Friday must submit. So you see, you have a project, which is write an essay. What is your goal? Your goal is to write an essay and finish by Friday. So you have a criteria. That's your project. Then how you going to manage? Normally you guys go watch cartoon Digimon Pokemon watch until Thursday night. Oh, last minute you spend 30 minutes to write the essay. Okay, that's how you managing your resources. So what is your resources? Your own time and yourself. So you are the manpower. So that's how this whole project management relate to yourself. Okay, so like I said just now, we have a defined constraint, which is Friday. So it's time. Budget, of course, doing your essay, you don't have a budget because it's a homework. But doing a project like us, a construction project, you will have a budget. So you need to stay within the dollar sign. And then resources. So when we talk about resources, we got a lot of resources. Labor, machinery, material, all these are your resources. So how you play around with this. So actually it involves a lot of very common sense skill set that you already have, like organizing tasks, managing people's team, coordinating efforts. Okay, so when you're primary school, Thursday night you cannot finish your essay. So what you do in Friday morning, go into the school early, borrow the essay from your friend, start copying. So that's what managing the team. Because you need to manage your friend, else you won't come early, then how you copy? Cannot, right? So coordinating the effort, you must call your friend one day early, tell him, hey friend, you must finish your essay, if not tomorrow, I got nothing to copy. Right? So this is how you manage the project. Actually, all these things is already happen in your day-to-day life. It's just that no one emphasize to you so that you don't realize you're actually doing it. Okay? But as a project guy, like you guys need to highlight this into your day-to-day job. Okay, so you need to bring out this further. You need to zoom in, focus on it. So make yourself become a pro. So if you're really interested in project management, you can try to go and read a bit about PMP. It's one of a professional project management course available in the market. Okay, so key aspect of the project management normally include initialization of the project. So when you start a project, we talk about what we want to do. Okay, so like just now I say, you want to do a homework. So your scope is to write an essay, and your objective is what? Barely pass the essay. So those are your objectives. Okay, you need to set a goal for yourself. Then for planning, so like I said just now, you plan Monday, you go watch Digimon. Tuesday, you go watch Pokemon, etc., etc. Play football. Until Thursday, only you start doing. So that's how you plan. That's your task and your timeline. That's how you plan. And then, of course, when you plan all these things, right, it need to make sense to you. Okay, give you another example is that, let's say today, we want to move this TV from outside into this room. So in terms of planning, what you need to know, you will tell yourself, I need about 1 hour plus to move this whole thing in with 2 person, right? This is how you plan your resources. So can you do this with 1 person? Yes, you can, but the time will be longer. So this is a triangle lah. So later we will talk about it. So execution, of course, everyone have very great idea. I want to be a scientist. I plan to be a millionaire, but unfortunately today I'm not a millionaire. The reason is what you plan and what the reality is always different. So this is where we start talking about execution. So if you plan very detailed and you can execute according to your plan, then your execution will be very good. Then you will go very near to your ultimate goal. So in project management concept, normally we will try to plan and aim higher so that we will achieve certain level that we want. This is how you mitigate that you cannot hit the target. Okay, then monitoring and control. Okay, I think this is a common problem that I can relate to you as well. If you guys are already running around the site, you realize that things that you ask the subcon to do or you ask the vendor to do, it turned out not something that you want. Means today I tell you, hey, New Malaysia, let's do this. Tomorrow I want this to be finished. Then tomorrow you go to site, hey, why this is not done yet? It's still tangling there. So this is part of our execution. You plan it to be completed, but the execution doesn't happen, so it doesn't happen. So how you know all these things? You need to do monitoring and control. So what you should actually do is that today you will tell them that this need to be done. So today you should spend a few time slot of the time of the day. You go and have a look. Is they started the work? If they have not started the work, then you already know tomorrow you're not going to get the result that you want. Yeah. So this is what we call about monitoring and planning. But a lot of our people, what I see is that you guys tell the subcon what you want, and then you go busy other stuff. You didn't go and actually make sure that this activity is started and it's already jalan. So tomorrow when you come back, then your taiko like Matthew or Edmund asks you, hey, why this is not done? Then you guys will look at the subcon, yeah, why this is not done? So you make yourself lose control of the project. Okay, so this is not a good thing, because as a project management guy, we want to take control of the projects. So monitoring and control is very important. Okay, so for monitoring and controlling, so like what I said just now, we talk about tracking it, okay, managing it. So for example, Kartik, last time, he go and install the loop bank. So he planned very nicely. The progress also jalan. The people also there to install the loop bank. But Kartik have one problem, the isolator cannot use. So this is a changes happen when you plan. But during his planning stage, right, he don't expect the isolator got problem. Yeah. So you need to be there to managing the changes. So this is very real time one. And then of course, but all these things is to ensure the project is on our path to what we want, which is again stay on the course to the respective scope, time, and cost. Okay. Then closing. Okay, a lot of us, I think, especially Shama, Kartik, I think Mahin also involved, Atika also involved, Alison and Iqbal also involved. We finish the JDC day 1 in April. But you see, from we finish until today, right, we got a lot of things tangling between our customer and us. Means we're still going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So this is what I say is not a good closing. We don't have a clear demarcation on when we really hand over the building to the customer. Because we don't take this closing strategy seriously. So this is some consequences. Sometimes you still see Shama go there and start the genset. I'm like, huh? So all these things are very weird. Supposedly after we hand over, Shama shouldn't go and start the genset. It doesn't make sense to me. So closing is very important. So what is closing? Closing is actually we set a demarcation where we end the project, and after this point of line, it's no longer belong to us. It's belong to the customer. So this is what we call closing. So of course, in closing, I also would like to highlight evaluating the success of the project. So sometimes we call this lesson learned. So it's actually a sections where we sit together and we tell each other what is the problem we face in this project. hopefully the next project we can improve. Okay, so those are the major point about project management. Okay, of course, give you guys a little bit of tips. By end of the today, we will have a simple 5-question quiz for everyone. So this some key point you need to understand lah. Huh? So lastly, we also mentioned that project management ensure the project are completed efficiently and effectively to meet the desired objective and managing the risk and constraint. So like I said just now, actually project management is actually happen in your day-to-day life already. So what make you a professional project management guy and a general guy? A good project management guy, you stick within your constraint and achieve your goal. So this is very tough. Okay, go back to our story about primary school essay assignment. Normally, what happened in our primary school is that Friday you go to the school, you thought you can copy from your friend, and you only realize that your friend also haven't do. So what happened next? Both of you didn't submit and gonna score by the teacher. Okay, so you see, those are general project management. You cannot hit your target. But if you are a good project management, you always make sure you are within the constraint and hit the project objective. Okay, so this is what we call managing the risk. Okay, so so far so good. Everyone very focused. No question. Means you understand. Okay, so let's go slightly further. This one is only very particular for our company. It doesn't applicable outside our company. Okay, I try to make this training more relate to you. Okay, because I don't want to give you some information that doesn't help you. So in our company, our structure is like this. We have a project manager, and then underneath the project manager, we have construction managers. Construction manager, we normally separate into trades, different trades. We have civil, structure, and architecture trades, construction managers. We have mechanical, electrical, and plumbing trades managers. Of course, we also have CXM, commissioning managers. And then we have support service like QA/QC managers, HSE managers, planning managers, contract managers. Okay, each of these guys have specific role in the projects. Okay, so let's talk about, focus a little bit on something more related to you. I believe some of you guys coming from CSA and some coming from MEP. So you are belong somewhere here and here. Okay, so what I believe is that pretty straightforward. What we can say is this guy is actually a subset of construction manager. So what I meant by that is you're holding a site engineer. So, okay, let's say make it more related to you. We use Matthew. So Matthew is a construction manager. Okay, but above Matthew, we don't have any project managers. So what Matthew reporting do is Michael. So Michael is the project senior project managers. Okay, so Matthew oversee the whole JDC1 implementation. So what Matthew, deputy construction manager or senior site engineer or even site engineer do is, your job is to assist Matthew to complete the project. So when I say assist, okay, normally what I see Matthew doing is that Matthew will assign. For example, Alison will do firefighting. He will do one service. And then Iqbal will do ACMV, another service. Because you are a subset, you are a subset of your managers. That's why you will take up a portion of his responsibility, but you doesn't take all, you take a portion of it. So in this industry, we got one saying, actually, if you can be a very good site engineers, you will be a very good senior site engineer, because actually your job scope is about the same, but the responsibility you're taking is getting bigger. So maybe today as a junior, he take a fire protection package, but tomorrow he become a senior already. Alison will say, oh, I can take the whole mechanical package. So all the plumbing, all the ACMV, all the firefighting under him. So actually what difference between when he do the fire protection and when he do the mechanical system, right? The difference is only how big responsibility he take. Of course, the logic work as such is that, okay, give you another example. Let's say it's 100 million project values projects. So my friend always like to ask me about salary. So what defines your salary is actually how big responsibility you take lah. Of course, if you don't have the skill and the knowledge and the technical capability to become a senior, people are very hard to give you a senior position. Is because the risk as a project manager, who is Matthew, let's say you want Matthew to trust you with 50 million worth of work, then you need to make sure Matthew really trusts you can do 50 million. Then you will eventually become a senior. So that's how the whole industry works. Okay. So Mahin also talked to me before. He said that this is, don't worry, I just sharing. He said that he found that it's a bit repetitive of your work. Okay, it's true. I do agree. I tell you, from the day I'm here to the day I'm here and here, right? I do the same thing. Yeah, but the question of the day is how effective you do it, how efficient you do it, and how good quality you do it. Everyone here can do the management, no problem. But maybe you take one day just to settle one issue. But when you are here, I expecting one day you settle 20 issues. That's the difference. So it's like you sharpening your pencil, you know, not one time your pencil already sharp. You need to repeat a few times. Yeah. So that's the interesting part about project management. Okay. Although a lot of people tell me that, oh, this thing I know already. Yeah, you know already, but you need to get really into it. Don't touch on the surface. The problem with people on this market is that a lot of them, they touch on the surface, very surface. They will tell you, I know this, and this. But when you guys put him in that position and do that thing, right, he totally empty. He don't know what he's doing. He will just rely on the subcontractors. The subcontractors tell him go to left, he go to left. The subcontractor tell him go to right, he go to right. Okay, so let's go be very specific. So who is site engineers? Site engineers' scope is to assist the project managers to complete the projects. Sometimes we say about cutting it up per discipline to the guy, right? So what the guy actually do? Okay, basically what you do is based on the project manager program. So later we will talk about work program. So the project manager actually define a time scale that he want. So when you need to finish the task. Okay, so based on that time scale that he gives to you, right, you need to manage the specific vendors that you're in charge of. You need to plan their work. You need to track their work. You need to make sure their work is produced in a quality way. And then you need to make sure they fulfill the resources planning. Means they don't overrun their costs. They don't overrun the time. Okay. And they achieve the objective that you want. So always remember these three key: time, cost, resources. Okay, so that's what you manage. Then a lot of you will tell me, hey, the subcon got their own project manager, man. They got their own engineer, man. They can manage themselves. Okay, give you a very good example. Bori. You guys know Bori, right? Bori have a project managers in our project, right? Bori have project engineer in our project, right? Bori even have service engineer in our project. But come, Shama told me, are you satisfied with Bori? Do you know actually what they're doing? You feel like they don't know what they're doing, right? Exactly. So subcontractor levels of project management, right, is, yeah, subcontractor level of project management. Normally, the people that they hire is lack of trainings and they survive for many years, but they are totally empty because they got no exposure to project management. So Bori guy will tell you, oh, I don't know, my job is just to send the battery to you. You see, actually, after these few months in this industry, right, you guys already see something. It's just that I feel like I need to give you guys a pointer, like a lighthouse. At least you guys moving toward the correct direction. If not, right, 5-6 years down the road, you will be like Bori. So I don't want you to be like Bori. That's why I come out with this thing today. Yeah. So this industry, especially for project engineers, seniors engineers, all these guys, right, you don't have a limit on how far you can learn. The limit is on yourself. Okay, so if you choose not to learn, you will still progress, but it's slower. But the point of that I want to bring out today is that you want to be like Bori or you want to be like YTL, that's your choice. YTL guys, they know everything lah. So we jump to detail. So I think we stop here for quite long already. Okay, so again, I need each of you take some cards here. Let me throw some out because we got. Okay, so randomly pick any card that you want. Don't kanchiong. Come, just take some card first. Okay, everyone have a card already? Yeah, just take any card you want. It doesn't mean anything to you now, so you just take on it. You don't need to choose. Okay, so let's continue past that. So before we jump into the game, so what I want to go through is a formal lecture on what is each other role. It's very lengthy, but I hope you guys can pick up something. So who is the project manager? So project manager actually is someone, he take the whole responsibility of the whole project. Okay, later I give you the slide, don't worry, you take photo. So this guy, he take full responsibility in terms of cost, time, and resources. Okay, so he is also the guy that accountable if the project meets his goal within the time, cost, and resources as well. Okay, so this is project manager. Means if there's anything wrong or good about the project, he held full responsibility. Okay, so let's say something wrong done by the engineers or something wrong done by the planner or whoever in the project. The project manager should take full responsibility. So this is a very important guy. So who is a construction manager? Construction manager is a guy that actually oversee and manage the construction activity on site. Okay, so they are the key figures for project planning, scheduling, resources management, quality control, safety, coordination, and problem solving of a project. So just how I said, the project engineer or the site engineer is actually the subset of construction manager. So you see this is actually very relevant to you. You guys are actually overseeing the project, but you don't see the whole project, but you see a particular vendors. Okay, so you are overseeing. You managing the construction of the project, which is true also. Like Kratik, he's managing the genset guy, right? So it's part of your job as well. Okay, so you involve some planning. So you talk to John when you want to deliver, when you want to do what. So you involve some planning, scheduling. Okay, resources management. Let's say John not enough people to install the acoustic. You will highlight to him. You say you need more people. Okay, quality control. Okay, quality control needs some experience. Okay, yesterday I go have a sidewalk with Matthew in JDC 1, day 2. So I tell Matthew that day 2 compared with day 1, right, I feel that the quality is dropping. Okay, so we have a discussion yesterday. So Matthew reasoning is that he feel that currently I injected too many juniors into the team. So we lack of seniors people to guide the juniors. That's why the juniors might not knowing what is the correct quality that you want. So this one I agree. So that's why I feel like down the road I also want to show you guys something about quality as well. Okay, actually quality control is part of your scope. Means that you don't need to afraid to reject the subcontractors. For example, a subcontractor install this projector. You think that this installation is not good, Okay, it's not a standard installation. Actually, you have the right to reject. You tell him, no, I don't want the cable exposed this way. I want conduit coming out all the way. Yeah, actually you can say that. But I found that our engineers, you guys are not confident to say that. But of course, when we say that, we need to be justifiable lah. So a good start is that you guys can talk to the QA/QC engineers, so they might able to give you some samples of what they have been done previously. That's good project quality one. Okay, safety management is another aspect that I think I want to emphasize today as well later on in the slide, because someone cut got taken by me yesterday because he didn't wear a helmet in the site, right? Yeah, so this is not a good practice because you guys are the management group of the project. So if you as the management, you don't take the PPE as a measurement, so you expect the workers to believe that PPE is required. It doesn't make sense, right? So you as a management, actually what you do is actually you are telling a story to the labor, you know. So you don't do crazy stuff on site, okay? And it's your responsibility as well if you see any workers on site, especially your own trades, it doesn't follow safety rules and regulation, right? You should stop them from working. And if a server offend, you should remove them from the site. You are authorized to do that, so don't need to worry. But of course, you need to make sense, not that, hey, I don't like this guy, you're out. You know, he must be doing some really serious offense. Then you can bring in the safety guy and then get them removed. Okay, and then coordination, I believe you guys are doing every day already, coordinating each night, go where to drinks, go where to play. So this coordination you guys doing every day. And then problem solving. So again, in a construction, you have a lot of problems. Just now we talked about the isolated issues. So all these issues is unplanned, unforeseen. It happened out of nowhere. So you need to have a bit of technical knowledge. So if you are a good engineers, when this issue arises, you already have an answer for yourself. You have options for yourself. But if you are not a good engineer, I give you a very bad example that I don't like, but the matter of fact is this is happening everywhere in this industry. So whenever there's a problem, a lot of our juniors or our engineers, what they choose to do is, instead of solving the problem, they sweep the problem under the carpet and they cover it. Okay, I don't want to talk about integrity issues or what. What I'm trying to say is the result of it. So let's say today, yes, I sweep the issue underneath the carpet. It look, nothing happened. But I tell you what, when the project progress to the end stage, when we start testing the project, especially M&E system, there's no way you run away from it. The moment we start testing, all these issues are exposed. So I think Shama, Iqbal, Alison, even Kratik, you guys have a very good experience on this in JDC day one, right? You guys rush, then when the TNC come in, boom, everything letup, everything cannot jalan. You know, so this is what I say, if you have a problem, you should solve it. If you can't solve it, you should escalate it to your superior. Okay, there's no point hiding one, because this all problem is not whose fault. Sometimes we get very emotional. We think like, oh shit, I did something wrong. No. What we want is you escalate the issues, then we can sit together, because we have technical team in the office, we have consultant team, and we have more seniors people that they might know more than you. So when you bring out this issue, they might can able to give you a solution. Yeah, instead of you hanging the problem yourself. So this is settle problem. Okay, so later we will dive into that as well. So TNC managers, I think the most common that you guys know is Kelvin. So TNC manager is the guy ensuring all the system and equipment constructed in the project function properly, and then meet the specification required, and then hand over to the customer. Okay, so this guy, at the moment, what I see you guys feel is, his job is to chase after you guys. Okay, why this happened is that because of the construction delay, and then Kelvin is running out of time. So when you delay the construction too much. Kelvin running out of time because Kelvin is behind the construction. So he got no choice but to chase you. If he don't chase you, then he got no time to go and commission the system. So again, back to JDC day one experience, you guys see that we push until the end. Kelvin only left with 2 months to commission the whole data centers. So that 2 months, you see he rushed like hell. A lot of things he unsure, then he chong into the IST, then we encounter so many issues. So this is not healthy and not the correct way to do it. So suppose we should try our best to finish the construction early, then we give our time to go and turn on all the system and test it. Okay, but of course, if the situation not allowed, then Kelvin will become a chaser lah. He keep on chasing after everyone lah. Okay, QA/QC managers. Okay, in a construction project, QA/QC managers, right? Especially in YTL, we separate into two parts. CSA and also MEP. So it's a two team. Okay, so their job is more on. They are not the guy that actually go and do day-to-day QA/QC. Okay. No lah.
Why?
It's not your. Okay. So QA/QC job is not the guy that come to your day-to-day site activity to help you manage the output of your construction. Okay. QA/QC is a guy that they come and do random check. Okay, so they actually not quality control, you know, they are quality assurance. They do the process and make sure you follow the quality required. And then on a day-to-day basis, right, you should be the one that controlling the quality. So a lot of people tell me, oh no lah, my job is just to finish a project. Then QA/QC come up with a issue list, then I go and fix that. Okay, this mindset is damn wrong. It's actually super wrong. So I don't hope you guys have this mindset. Okay. So of course, this guy also makes sure that the material we use, the construction method that we do, and also the output of our construction is actually compliant to all the standards that we want and the quality that we want. So the common quality that we're always looking at is what? QLA, SIGLA, all those. Okay. Then planning manager. So what is the planning manager role? So later I will show you guys the Microsoft projects. So if you are a good planner, so the planner will be able to tell you the overall project's milestone and each and every task that we need to finish by when in order for us to hit the project milestone. So this is his job. He can relate every task to the whole master program. So that's the planning manager role. So after he relate this, right? So like I said just now, moving a TV from outside to here, you can have two guys finish in 1 hour or one guy finish in 2 hours. Okay, so the planning manager should think about all these things and then he come out and tell you, okay, in order for us to finish this building in 1 year, we might need 500 staff, something like that. So this is a planning manager role. And then he also keep track of the thing that we do from starting to today. What we do until today, are we late? Are we ahead? Okay. And the resources that we have right now, is it able to hit the goal that we have 6 months down the road? So this guy need to keep on analyzing, continuously analyzing the process and the progress every day. Okay, so this is a planning manager role. HRC manager role is very simple, but at the same time not simple. There is two parts of their job. First part is that they need to understand the standard OSHA standard or our Malaysia safety standard, etc. They need to understand that, and then they need to implement the safety procedures, the safety requirement, and of course also cultivate the safety culture of the whole project. So this is HRC manager role. Okay, so this guy normally they will have a team. They're walking around every day. So in our way, we call it the police. They go and summon everyone. They saw it. But their purpose actually is not to summon the guy. Summon that guy doesn't solve the problem. The whole process of summon that guy or penalty the guy or removing or suspend the guy, right, is actually a process where he's trying to cultivate a culture. You need to tell everyone that if you don't follow the culture, I'm going to remove you from site. Okay, Because you only live once, seriously, you only live once. One mistake, that's it, you are ended already. Okay, so many years ago, 40, 50 years ago, construction industry memang every project got a few people ended their life. But nowadays, we are very good in managing the safety. So normally, most of the project is very safe. But of course, when the thing become a norm, right, you guys will start to, you know, okay lah, I just put it aside. So that's why we need this guy keep on remind you, you cannot put safety aside. Yeah, because you only live once. Okay, so give you a very good example. There's one time, my experience, I building a 53-story resident buildings. So there's a board. You know what is a board, right? Dropping down from 40-something story. The guy walking at the podium, wearing a helmet. Luckily, he wearing a helmet. So when the board hit him, right, the helmet break, you know. It's only one small biji of board flying down from 40-something story, right? He can break the helmet and whack his head. Luckily, no pecah lah. It's only bengkat only lah. If without the helmet, I think he died already. Yeah. So it's very important to be. Okay. Then contract managers. Okay. So another portion of this is that in a day-to-day activity that you're carrying out, you always ask, or for example, I think take one more relevant one. ACMV. Iqbal will ask, hey, water balancing done by who? You have all these questions, right? Then, or another type of question is that the subcon tell you, oh, this one is a VO lah. I want to give you a bill because this one is not in my base contract. Who justified all these things? Means what is in my contract, what is not in my contract. Okay? And is this my scope? All these questions. Who defined this? The contract guy. So this guy, he is actually overseeing the whole contract management. So each and every vendors in our project, right, we have a contract. They cannot run naked one, they must have a contract one. So the contract is the framework to identify what is the job scope, what is the thing that you need to provide, what is the specification that you need, when is the end date of the project, what is the consequences if you do not perform in the project. All these things is actually included. So I'm not sure how many of you actually read the contract. Actually, the contract is also in our servers. So later I also will show you guys where to find the contracts. So I always encourage people, engineers, to read the contract. Because once you know the contract, okay, actually in a day-to-day life of a project engineer managing the project, right, actually got two parts. First part is you dealing with people. So you dealing with people is all about soft skill, okay, your human skill. Another part of it is that how much you understand your contract, okay, and how technical you are. So say you know your contract very well. I think if you guys had joined me in 8:30 for JDC day 1, right? So you know in my 8:30 meeting, when I ask someone, some vendors do something, they always cannot say no to me. And even they try to argue with me, then I will bring up the contract and they will shut up and they say they will do. So this is how powerful the contract is. If you know your contract very well, there's no argument involved. You just need to tell him, this is in your contract. Done. Okay? So that's the contract manager. Okay, so we got enough people now. So let's do this. You guys already gotten the card. Okay, each of you got the card, the new card, not the old card. So you know what? We go back to just now that grouping. So just now each group is 2 person, right? You guys go back to just now that grouping first. Okay, so after you guys go into just now the grouping, I need to make you guys into 4 person a group. Okay, so you shall go find your partners or your best friends to make 4 person in one group. Please make 4 person in one group. Yeah. Okay, so this 4 is one group. This 4 is one group. Okay, never mind. You guys can take 5%. The more the merrier. Don't worry. Okay. So now each of the group already have four people minimum. Okay. So each of you have a card on your hand. Okay. I need you guys to do a little bit of discussions, and then later we will need you to present to us about your discussion. Okay, so the card that you're holding actually indicating a job role. Okay, I didn't go to very detail. I just want to know your understanding first. So just tell me how much you're understanding about the card that you're holding in your group. Okay, and then later each and every group need to send one rep come out and tell us what is you guys punya discussion and finding lah. Okay, so to make your life easy, you guys have pen and paper. If no, then I'm going to provide you some pen and paper. Sounds like no, so let me go take some pen and paper. No problem, just discuss along the way. Like, who need paper? Yeah. Got pen or not? No pen, come get from me. Okay. Don't need to be so kanchiong. Just share what you know about that role and then you put it there. And you think that is their responsibility. Okay? So more senior guy like Shama, Alison, Vinov, all these more senior guy, you should able to tell me more lah. Yeah. Sarina, should able to tell me more lah. Okay, come. We do this fast, then later we can take a break. Now it's 10:30. Now it's 10:30. Okay, so now it's 10:30. We take 15 minutes. So 10:45. Okay. Wow, easy this one. Hey, but your card got no QA/QC manager. Oh, got QA/QC. Oh, okay. So, understand. Okay, no problem. Good, very good. Come, what role you guys have?
TNC, consultant, planning, and project manager.
All the easy one lah. Can you guys go on first?
What is inspection of work and the other is commission agent. Agent and TNC was the difference.
Okay. If you guys working with Kelvin or Nicholas, right? You guys are also saw Bluebird, right? Bluebird Engineering. So Bluebird Engineering is actually our commissioning agent.
Oh, okay.
He's a third-party independent commissioning consultant. Yeah. So actually, the work between inspector of work and commissioning consultant is pretty similar. It's pretty similar. But you guys go try first. Don't worry. Later we will discuss. Okay, to cap a limit on what you guys can write, right? And make our discussion more fruitful, I would say you need to put at least 3 points in each job role. Yeah. So it's easier for us to discuss later. Have you done? Come, stick on the whiteboard. Then choose one presenter. Oh, the PM will be the presenter. Good. So have you done? Okay lah. Come, it's okay. Come, stick on the whiteboard. Then who will be the presenter? Okay. Hey, come, stick on it first. Okay, I need the guy behind sit down. In front also sit down. Come, only the presenter standing. Okay lah, the 4 handsome men first. They are the most fastest one. Okay. Wait. She want to speak. So while Sharma presenting, right? Rest of you guys are the critic. You guys can you need to wear the mic. It can't record yourself. So while he presenting the scope of the role, you guys are the critic. So you feel free to throw questions. Okay? But not throw chair and spanner lah. I ask you throw question only. Okay, so this your best friend should, if you can't answer, then your best friend should help you to answer lah. Okay? But it's a friendly discussion. I don't throw chair. Okay. Okay, come, Mr. Sharma.
Okay, so the role was given to us is HSE manager, construction manager, deputy construction manager, KQC manager. Okay, first we start with from the top lah. So if I start from the top, I will start with the construction manager. So construction manager's role is monitoring, overseeing, and this is what we understand. We just wrote. There's a lot more. So monitor and overseeing all projects. That means for a given project, like what Edmund always do for us last time, he always monitors and he will assign us to follow certain trades and do what we should do lah. So he will do the planning for us, he will do the scheduling for us, so we don't have to do all that. So and then coordination. So how to coordinate with subcons, all that will be taught to us by the construction manager, and then to report weekly progress to project manager. This is Edmund's job. DCM, the same as construction manager, but it's in a specific scope. That means, for example, if monitor overseeing all projects, for example, fund, he's in electrical and mechanical. For example, in DC2, you have fund, granule. So fund will be controlling the electrical, granule will be controlling the mechanical. So these two will be controlled by one CM. So that will be Edmund. So the DCM scope is also to report to construction manager, to assign site engineers to keep track on their trades. So, like for example, what Matthew gives me and Karthik and Iqbal, he just gives us some job on that day. We will go and sort it out for him, and then we just send him photos. And then QAQC manager to control the quality of the project. Like for example, what Ken told us just now. Conduits, whatever not at site, you can go and see. It's not as nice as phase 1. There's one room actually you guys can enter, elect 2. You go to phase 1, you go to phase 2. There's 50 to 60% of difference in that one single room. So you can actually see. So the quality is actually not good. It could be because of QAQC, which is last time it was our in-house QAQC. So they did it quite good. It could be now it's a different team, so it could be a lot of things lah. But at the same time, site engineers as well, we also have to actually see everything, like how, for example, conduit, if there's no proper bending, whatever there is, like mechanical, electrical. And then this is also the same to maintain the high standard of the project and to meet the client expectations. This one you will know after you hand over. And then HRC manager, JDC one, rules and regulations. So to implement safety protocol and safety procedure, wear PPE, to make sure site is safe to work. So for example, if in front of you there's something which is not safe, please do inform to the safety. If they did not work, so you become the safety and try to do something so that nothing bad will happen further on. And then you only live once. That's all. Thank you.
You only live once. Good. Okay. So anyone have anything want to ask? You guys satisfied with Shama's explanation on the role? So of course, I think most of these are manager role. So part of the manager job is also to nurture the juniors. So they should share their experience as well. So just now Shama highlight that he only sending photo to Matthew. So I think this is not good enough. Okay. So but you guys should have the courage to ask as well. So if you're not sure, you should ask. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Shama. Okay, so who want to be the next presenter?
PM.
PM, come PM. Where the mic? Put the mic on.
Okay, so as for my team, we got 5 roles: project manager, consultant, planning manager, site engineer, and TNC manager. So I start off with project manager first. So project manager is the person who holds the responsibility for the whole project, and is the person who oversees cost, time, and resources, and then handling client. So for phase 1, once we have hand over to our client, so there will be, now as what we are encountering right now is the defects. So these defects are actually highlighted from the operation team to our higher management team. But sometimes if it is not solved within the time required, it will go up to our project managers, director to step in, to deal with the clients, because sometimes we might face some issues of, for example, the defect as in like replacing the valves or materials. It will be a delay in time, right? So we need to inform the client. So this is when the project manager will come in and deal with the clients and so on. And next is the consultant. So consultant, their work is to review design, they do, and then giving approval on the design. They will check on the design first, drawings mainly. If as you see, to do installation or to fix materials in a site, we need a drawing, and this drawing must be approved by someone. So by that someone is the consultant. So that is when you see some progress are delayed because of there is no shop drawing. So our main thing is our shop drawing. Once our shop drawing is approved, then only our subcon can proceed to do the installation. Without that, proceeding to do the installation is quite risky if it is not approved. So and then technical review. So technical review and approval given by consultant as well, as in like method statement, and then the material that will be used on the site, all will be approved by the consultant as well. And compliance standard and requirement. So consultant is the one who check the quality of the material, whether is it suitable to be used on site, as in like the conduit that they are using for electrical, and then for chiller, what kind of pipes they are using. So these are the things that they are look into it, and they will see whether it is safe enough or is it good enough to be used in a long term. A lot of criteria where they will look into it and they give approval for the requirements. Yep. And verify documentation and drawing. So yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. And planning manager. So the next role. So planning manager, they will basically will create one big master plan for the whole project initially until the end, until when they gonna hand over to the client. So that is their main role in planning manager. And at the same time, on the go, each week they are required to comply with the site team to check on the progress and what are the clashes or things that they have encountered, challenges, so that they will come up a lot of alternative way to solve it to achieve the milestone. And the next is TNC manager. So TNC manager, over here we can see Calvin, Nicholas, Rudy, Idaya, and then our new friend Denton. Denton, right? So yeah, all of them will be, they are in charge of the testing and commissioning. So testing and commissioning is after what we have done on the installation. Our site engineers lah, our site engineer is finishing installation, and then positioning, and then we will do the inspection with the consultant. After that, that is when our TNC team will come in to do further testings and commissioning. And TNC manager also will create planning for their TNC team. So they need to do look ahead, because there will be for TNC there is CX level 3, 3.5, 4, and then IST. So all of these need to be planned ahead before we go into it, because there will be a lot of trades. So TNC manager have to organize it properly to assign to their TNC engineers to proceed with the planning. Yeah. And then lastly, site engineer. So all of us over here are mostly site engineers. So each of us will be given trades. Some of us will be given more than one trade also. So each of us need to coordinate with the subcons. We need to liaise with them. We need to take lead actually. That's the main thing. We have to take lead of the subcons. We have to direct them to finish up the project, help them on if any challenges that they face with on site, as in like they have clash with another trade. We have to sort it out the problem. We have to coordinate them and settle it as soon as possible, so that they will not be held up, or they will not be they will not be held up, so that they can proceed with their achieved time lah. And we have to chase the site progress as well at the same time, and quality control on site. So the site engineer not only I would say only chase progress or what lah. We also need to be responsible as a safety guy as well lah. We need to see our site condition, whether I'm not sure to say this, but yeah lah. PP is very important lah. Yeah, boss.
Very important.
Very important, boss. Okay. So we ourselves also need to be responsible. We must not rely on our safety officers to be there in 24 hours monitoring everything. We also are working on site. That is why we are called site engineer. So we also have to be sharing the responsibility of highlighting issues and so on. So yeah, thank you guys.
Okay. So anyone disagree with Alison and want to throw some spanners? Oh, come.
The consultant will do the submission as well, right? To authority, like the for the
Yeah, it's part of their scope.
Bomba.
all the authorities are.
KMBP,
Yeah.
Bomba,
Yeah.
all the CCCs. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Untuk mana? Jadi.
Next one is Akila, right? Come.
Okay. Morning, everyone. I'm not sure where to start. So maybe I will start with the person that we work the most now in JDC2 at site. So the IOW, which is the inspector of work. So for IOW, they usually at site they will ensure the installation is as per proof drawings as per in our SharePoint, and then they will ensure the material on site is approved as per the proof MAF material approval, and then also the works carried out as per approved MOS. So if the subcons are not following this approved shop drawing material and then method statement, then usually the IOW will make their comments lah, and sometimes if the installation are not as per the drawings, they will like ask the subcons to rectify the installation, and also sometimes they tell us to like stop concrete, just as the JDC2 engineers lah, they all know. Next is the contract manager. We don't have it on site here, right? So not really. So the contract manager is to ensure the job scope of the subcons follow as per the BOQ, the contract, and then to ensure the contractual agreements are fulfilled. So as per Mr. Ken said lah, we have to make sure that the subcons are following what the contracts, what are written in the contracts. So next is I'll go with the commissioning agent, which for us is Blue Bulb. So they act as the third party independent checker for to ensure the system is ready for operational use, and they will liaise with our commissioning engineers lah, NC here. So to make sure that the equipments are good to go lah for to hand over to the client. And last, I'll go with the commissioning engineer, which we don't have yet in JCC. So they will carry out the tenancy activities, planning and scheduling of all the tenancy managers, and also liaising with the commissioning agent lah. They will work together to like do the testing and commissioning activities on the equipments to make sure that the equipments are good for handover. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Anyone have any spanner to throw? Oh, three also. We do. Our contract managers is two guys. Suho. Then under Suho we have Sylvia and Choy Ling. And then for MEP side we have JL is in HQ, and then Wilson and Jensen. Yeah, so we do. Okay, so if all are good about this, then I think we take a break for 15 minutes, toilet, or you guys want some refreshment, please go ahead. And then what time now? 11. So we will come back 11:15. Then we will go on with our module 2. Okay? Okay. You may go toilet break. Let's continue. We have a new friend join us. So we just do a quick introduction. So can you introduce yourself to everyone?
So my name is Steven Raj from Senai.
Mexican street. So please teach me. Anything if I want to ask, please tell me.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry, I couldn't get your name because you're talking forward.
You can hold me.
Yuwen. Okay, can. No problem. Yeah, trust my memory. I can remember your name in next 15 days. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Allison, can you take a seat? We will continue. Okay, so just now when you guys went for a break, we have a chat in front of here. So I was asking a question. Actually, how many of you, right, know that who is your peers that you need to talk with? Did your managers or your superior actually told you the contact point of others department, like who is the HSE you should talk with, who is the designer in the office that you should talk with, and who is the maybe TNC guy that you should talk with? Any one of you actually gotten all this information from your boss? So you got, so Edmund do tell you.
Yeah.
How about JDC2 team? Anyone from JDC2? So you know who to talk to? Let me do a test. Who is your safety manager? Who is your safety manager? Yeah. Not bad, not bad. So really got information, huh? So what scope you cover in JDC two? Yeah, what scope you take?
I'm currently taking care of underground fuel tank,
Underground fuel tank.
inside and outside.
Okay, another first test. So underground fuel tank for designer, you're talking to who? In office?
Portuguese right now. Not yet. I haven't get.
Yeah, so this is a problem. So one of the things that we want to cover today just now, before we left for the break, is that I also actually want to let you guys know that who you should talk with. Okay, so just give me like 1 minute to just cover this up. So for JDC 1 is pretty straightforward. So your safety manager is NASA. Okay, so if you have any issues on safety, you can look for NASA and Cash. Okay, then of course under NASA and Cash, we have a lot of different people working together lah. But the main call of contact is NASA and Cash. QAQC managers now is Atmos. Okay, so you can talk to Atmos if there's any quality issues. Planning for JDC 1 is Jana. And then contract again is Suho or JL. Okay, then for construction manager, you guys know your brother lah. So it's Matthew. And then of course we have different engineers working on different discipline. I think among your group you already know. And then if you need support in terms of technical from our back end office, is that JDC 1 is by Sri and Izo, right? Izo. Electrical side school. Last time it's Suren. Now it's Izo. Izo, the new guy. Okay, so electrical is Izo and then mechanical is Sri. Of course, the guy that oversees all the design from the back end office is Kurt. Okay, and then for consultant is straightforward PAC. So PAC, Yap and Lim is your point of contact. Okay, that's for JDC 1. Sorry, still got Blue Bug. So JDC 1 point of contact is Lim Sechong from Blue Bug. And then our commission manager is Kelvin. Okay, then for JDC 2, our project manager is Siak, just now the guy that come in. And then with Siak, we have Sukri for the MEP side. And then for the CSA side, we have Zaudi and Bong and Gillian. Okay, so Zaudi is on the architecture, Bong and Gillian is more on the building itself. Okay, so you need any help on the buildings, you can look for this guy as well. Then we underneath Sukri, then you guys have the two Taikos, Granule and also Fan. Fan will be on electrical, Granule will be on mechanical. Okay, then you guys are work within the group itself, so you should know each other. Then for TNC manager for JDC 2 currently is empty. I am hiring, no people yet, but I do get Nicholas Chan Kok Hong from JDC 4 to help. Okay, no CX engineer as well. QAQC managers, Amos again. HSC is Cash, and then planning is Isato, I think. Yeah, Isato, and then contract is again Suho and JL. Okay, then consultant team is B Global. So I think you guys talking to multiple different guy lah from B Global. So you guys know who is B Global, right? JDC2 team. Yeah, no, So you can look for B Global, but back-end office support is actually electrical is Zihao, mechanical is Choy. Okay, and then again the whole project overseen by design side is overseen by Kurt. Okay, then for JDC4 is also pretty straightforward. The PM is Henry. So with Henry, we have CK on the CSA side and we have Edmund on the MEP side. So Edmund side, you guys know, you guys very familiar with Edmund. Then the CSA side, CK have his team to do all the CNS work as well. So HSE is VNOF again. Not this VNOF, another VNOF. Okay, HSE is VNOF, and then planning is the guy named Adam, right? And the Chinese Taiwanese, what name again? Eric. Yana's boss. What name again? I also can't recall his name. Yeah, the Taiwanese is the planning, and then contract is the same lah, Suho and JL. So QIQC manager is Amos, TNC managers is Nicholas. Okay, I hope at least you guys have an impression who is belong to which project and who you should look for when you have issues. Okay, don't worry. Although I'm trying to brief you very briefly, if you miss the information down the road, I appear here every week once, so you can ask me as well. Okay, but also don't worry, Edmund is a very friendly guy, Matthew also is a very friendly guy, so you guys can just go and ask them when you want all this information. Okay, so now let's go to module 2. Module 2 is a bit more boring, to be very blunt with you. It's all a lot about chart planning, program drawing, so you will feel very boring. So, but bear with me, very fast one, we finish this, then we will go for a lunch break. Okay, so so this module 2, what we're going to cover is a master program, the resources plan, the logistic plan, and the case study. Okay, so let me pull up some document. So this one is very boring, so I'm not going to use PowerPoint. I need to open all the planning software. Okay, have you guys seen our plan before? Any of our master plan, be it in JDC 1, 2, or 4? No, right? Okay, never mind. So a simple project plan is something like this. This I done this or using Excel. So in a simple project plan, this is a really simple one. We call it a level 1 program. What you have is only milestone. So like technical design milestone when I finish the technical design, procurement milestone when I finish the procurement, when I finish the construction, when I finish the TNC, and when I hand over. So it's a very high level, very simple timeline. So where you guys can get this? Okay, 2 sources. From your project manager, your construction manager, or EDMS. So master schedule is always in the EDMS. Okay, so this information is good enough for you to do high level planning, reporting, but it's not good enough for your day-to-day activity. So if you want to do day-to-day activity planning, what I suggest is that you should get a copy of this from the planner team, Isato, Yana, or Adam. Okay, so if in a detailed program like this, right, we have breakdown of, this one also not that breakdown. So normally we have a breakdown of what we do, very detailed. It's like a few thousand line item. So each of these item, right, we actually have a relationship. So give you an example, MEP coordination detail drawing. So when can you do this MEP coordination detail planning? In order for you to start this task, right, you need to have the architecture, the structure, the MEP complete. So if you able to read this program, you just need to open this predecessor, then you will know the relationship. So what they're trying to tell you is that in order for you to start this task, equal to 21 FS minus 30. So this is 21. 21, finish, start, which means this date, 3rd of March, minus 30 days is when you can start coordination. Okay, why the planner do this? I just take this as an example. So what is in the planner mind is very simple. In order for me to do this coordination, this beam coordination, what I need? Yes, I need the civil and structural drawings, I need the architecture drawings, and MEP drawings. So if you see from here, architecture, structure, and MEP drawings, they basically started in end of December. Then they almost finished. Okay, I think I zoom this smaller so at least you guys can see over. Yeah, so you can see they almost finished early of March. Means in the month of about February, right? Most of the drawing is already there. So as a guy that running the project, you wouldn't want to wait this finish, then only you start coordination, because it doesn't make sense to you. So once you have most of the drawing, then you actually can start doing the coordination already. That's why they program it as such that 21 FS minus 30. Means this date minus 30 days, then I start already. So this is what is in their mind. So actually this program, if a good planner, they can give you a program that is super detailed and it's actually very helpful for you. So imagine, I don't have that right now because I thought this is the full one. If you have a very detailed one, for example, under this MEP work object, let's say under, I think the most simple one, we take the CX level 2. So if you have the detailed program, actually under the CX level 2, you can see each equipment. What is the date range that we want to complete? And what is the thing that actually predecessor of it? Means what is holding it up so it cannot complete. So if you have a very good planner and a very good project managers, this, normally I call it the Bible of the project. If you use this and you base on this, right, you will never go wrong in terms of timing in your project. Okay, and then this is also very useful is that the planner actually also will give you something like this. We call it resources. Okay, so if a good planner, they will also tell you, in order to achieve this, let's say I put 130 days for QAQC, right? So how much resources I need? 10 people? 20 people? How much engineer I need? Yeah, all they will put here. So when you run the simulation in this program, right, the program will automatically calculate based on your resources and tell you that is this achievable. So you can also add another column after this to make you to see how many flood you have. So the more flood you have means the more flexible your program is. If all your activity is 0 flood one, means the program think that you are just nice on it. You know what means by that? Means the chance of you failing the project is very high. Yeah, so there's a lot of way to analyze the project. So I wouldn't go detail today. I just want to share with you guys is that there's such thing in each and every project. Okay, if you are really interested, let me know. Maybe down the road, few months later, I try to organize a class just to focus on this. This is a very lengthy topic, super lengthy. Okay, but what you need to know is that this can tell you almost everything that you need to do. And you can actually do all the planning here. Okay. Everyone can open this file because you guys are based on Office 365. So you can open this on the web portal. So you just need to download this file from EDMS or Team, then you open it on the web portal. Okay. Again, today I'm not going to dive into detail to how to use each and every item. I just want to give you guys an impression where to find the information. So you guys can put in some initiative to find the item, then you try to do it. So if in the future you guys have the demand to say that you want to know certain thing more detailed, then we can have another training section just to focus on that topic. Yeah. So just now we talk about resources planning. This is a fact of life. A lot of people, okay lah. A lot of people asking things very funny one. Like I tell Alison, I don't care. Yesterday you need to finish cleaning the whole data center. I only give you 2 guys. So Alison is like, huh? How? So this is fact of life lah. So speed, cost, quality is a triangle. There is nothing come together as speed, cost, and quality the best. Nothing. Never happen one. If your boss one day tell you, I want you to finish this project in an incredible speed, extremely low cost, and I want quality, you can tell the boss, not possible. It never happened, not physically possible. So we need to compromise what we want. Okay? So in data center project like us, right? So what we normally want is speed and quality. So that's why you hear a lot of vendors told you that our construction cost is high, our price is high, you know, this thing very expensive, that thing very expensive, because we want speed and quality. So when we want speed and quality, you see the retail is expensive. So we already agree. Okay. So what is resources planning? So people as good as Alison, I give him 2 guys to do the cleaning, right? So first, he need to identify, allocate, and manage the resources. So after I told him I only give him 2 guys finished by yesterday, he not sabah already, he jumping. He will start slamming table and say, Ken, you crazy, 2 guys how to do, right? So he's identifying and the problem already. Try and tell me that this is a problem, cannot be done. Okay, so this is actually your job. So every day when you run the project site, you see your contractor, for example, even installing the fuel pipe or installing your ducting or installing whatever thing lah. You need to identify the quantity of labor on site for that activity. Is it achieving your target date? If the answer is a no, then you need to start highlight the issue and you want a location from the vendors to pump in more resources. Okay, so managing the resources. Okay, then a lot of you will be thinking, oh, if that's the case, I throw in 20 people for 1 person job lah, then I confirm on time ma, I confirm can finish fast ma. Okay, then this is not right, because you want to make sure it is effective and efficient. Okay, if you just basically spamming resources at your problem, right? So you are not doing the right resources at the right time, at the right quantity within the project budget, because you still have a constraint. The moment you spend resources on it, right, you will go out of your constraint. Understand? Means your dollar sign, your money may be out of your budget already. Okay? Or maybe the space also out of the budget already. Or maybe you send the 20 guy there, right? 18 of them is sitting there playing phone. Only 2 guys working. But you're still paying for 20 people, you know. So that is not efficient. That's not the correct way to manage it. So this is all about resources planning. Okay? You guys just need to have a concept lah. Highlighted blue words is very important for your quiz later. Okay? And then so this is all the constraint I'm talking about. Efficiency, meeting deadline, and avoid cost overrun. This is always our objective. Okay? So when we talk about all these things, always you guys have in mind is, where can I get this information? What information we talking about? The schedule. Okay? The resources quantity. What sort of resources I need? Okay, where can I get this? So just how I say already, the schedule actually is in the EDMS. Okay? And then the contractual information is actually in our T. Later I will show you. And then of course, for the money issues, right? Every month, actually, you guys helping Matthew and Edmund doing the progress claim certification, right? That is a very important piece of information. But of course, a lot of you maybe don't know what I'm doing. I just blindly sign only. Yeah, but those are a very important piece of information. So, like this, I say, more manpower equal to more speed? No. Let's say I want to renovate this room. I throw in 200 people into this room. Do you think that more manpower equal to more speed? No, right? That's why this equation is not equal. But a lot of people, if you base on scientific calculation, right, more manpower equal to more speed is true. But in a project management perspective, no. So don't always think that more manpower equal to more speed. Okay? Or another perspective is that, let's say you are in charge of Takang Jati, the excavation. They only have 4 excavators on site, right? I ask them send in 200 workers. Do you think it's faster? No, right? So there is a lot of constraint. So you can't just base on manpower. You need to base on the whole resources plan. If you want to add manpower, then you need to add machinery. If you add manpower, you add machinery, you make sure the workspace is enough. If any of this is a constraint, no point. Yeah, you're just wasting money. So more speed equal to poor quality, yes or no?
Yes.
No. You can't define like that. If you have more speed, but you have more resources on controlling the quality, no, it can be a very good quality project as well. So for example, you look at all the Japanese construction projects. They finish in pretty fast, but their quality is top-notch. So actually quality, if you ask me, I will say quality is a culture. So if you have no, you are not demanding to your own self, right? You won't be demanding to others. Then when you are not demanding, right, you just become a very easygoing people. Your quality is always easygoing. Even I spend 200 QA/QC engineers on site, right? It's the same thing. So safety and quality for me is a culture thing. It's not a resources thing. Okay, same go to security. Like yesterday, you guys hear the story, right? Got 2 visitors walk into our project. I got on site, I got about 130 engineers plus managers plus etc. on site, belong to YTL. Do you believe that these 130 plus people, no one saw that 2 guys walk into our project? Do you believe that? You don't believe, right? There must be someone saw it, right? But when someone saw it, they are not taking any action. Why? It's a culture issue. Because what in their mind is, this is not my problem. I don't care. Okay? But what I want to bring to you guys today is that it's easy to say, I don't care. Okay? It's very easy to say that. But this is not you supposed to be lah. Because if you want to be someone that's successful in project management, in managing a project, you want to own the whole project, you need to have ownership of your work. So actually security, safety, all this is seriously saying lah, if I want to quantify it as such, it's none of my scope. But you see, yesterday I spent like half a day go and shouting at everyone just to wear safety helmet. Yeah. So actually it's everyone's scope. It's just that how much you want to care. But I do encourage all of you to care because you see, when our whole team, we care about each other, we taking care about each other's, right? Your life and your work becomes so much easier. If your team, everyone just backing each other for say, you guys know which example I'm talking about lah. You know, you get yourself very difficult and you feel very stressed. Yeah. So I always encourage the positive vibe in the team. Just tell me, no, let's work together. You cannot do it, you just tell me, then I go and chase on. Same go to the security. So yesterday, to be very frank with you, I feel disappointed. You know why? Because the whole incident, everyone's sharing the message everywhere until at the end of the day, YTL Power dropped me a message and asked me, Ken, do you aware of these 2 guys working the site? Can you go and handle it? So the first thing appeared in my mind is that, okay, no problem, I go and talk to this guy. But I feel disappointed. What the hell is my safety and my engineer doing? No one is doing anything. And they're waiting for me to respond, you know. So this is a bit too extreme, if you ask me. So forecast. This is a very important skill you need to have. Okay? It's okay that you guys don't have the feeling or the ability to forecast right now because you are very fresh. Okay? Give you an example. Why are we rushing everything every now and then? The reason being is that we don't forecast. We wait for the thing to happen, last minute, then we go and kelang kabut, go and rush it and finish it. We can't forecast. This is show that we don't have the ability to forecast. But if you work with me before, especially during the IST time, 8:30 in the morning every day, I keep on remind a lot of things that non-relevant at that day. But I keep on telling people, oh, you prepare your PQM, you prepare your instrument, you prepare this, you prepare that. But you see, most of our contractors and our managers don't go and follow up what I tell them. Because for that moment of time, what they think is that this is non-relevant. Okay? But when they go into the IST, you see the kelang kabut already. Hey, where is my PQM? Wait, where is this? Where is that? You know, then we introduce a lot of delay. We say we want to start at 9, but every day we start at 11, we start at 12. Why we start so late? Or because I'm preparing this, I'm preparing that. You see, this is the ability of cannot forecast. Wait. So as time goes, I think I would. Just a second. Technical issue. Yeah. So as you develop your experience, you should be sharpen your skill and you start to think how you should forecast. Actually, forecast is very scientific. You base on your own statistic because you're doing some tracking every day. Later we will discuss how to do tracking. So we come up with something called productivity. Actually, if you are a good engineer, you will able to tell what is your productivity. Means if I'm installing trunking with 4 people, one day I can install 50 meters. So let's say next planning, I have a 200 meters trunking and I want it to finish in 2 days. So how many people I need to put in? It's very scientific. 4 people, 50 meters a day. 200, 2 days? 2 teams, 8 people? Yeah, so that's how you forecast. Okay? Yeah. Then risk. This is another thing that we don't consider. IST last year, if you guys are the one running the IST, you're aware that some of our test instrument is expired in calibration. So that is a risk, right? But why the risk happen? Because we don't manage the risk. So is our guy know the equipment going to expire? The answer is yes. But why you know the equipment going to expire and you don't go and calibrate? And you know that the IST date and your instrument expiry date, right, is very close. It's ngam only. So that is a risk. You already know this risk, but why you don't go and manage the risk? And you decided, I don't do anything, I just leave it there until that day. It happened. Then I start calling everyone. Oh, expired, I need it tomorrow. You know, this all is risk. But why we let this risk happen? Normally, it's because lack of experience. We decided to ignore it, or we purposely want it to happen. Normally. Okay? So, another sort of risk is like the wearing safety helmet issue. 99.9% of the time you are on site, you won't got hit by anything, you know. But the 0.01% of time when you got hit by anything, right, without the helmet, right, you only live once. Okay? So that's why you don't want that 0.01%. So when we talk about project management, we want everything in the project perspective is under control. If there's something in the project is dynamic, not controllable, you need to be very worried if you really take ownership of the project. Because you know why? If I ask you to drive a car and I tell you this car, the tire will fly off anytime, you dare to drive or not? Not there, right? So this is, because this one relate to you, that's why you feel that I'm not there. But when you do a project, if you don't take the ownership, you won't feel that you're not there. But I told you this is very important. Yeah, so it's actually how much ownership you want to take in a project. And this actually do help you in your career growth. So actually, last few rounds, I talked to a few of them, but not only limit to these few of them, like Iqbal and Sharma, right? Of course, Kratik, they all, I also saw that. They really take ownership of the project. So I see sometimes midnight even they come back check the flushing. Yeah. So this is showing us that you really put in effort to finish your work. Yeah. Okay. Then monitoring and continuous improvement, like just how we say, every project can be done with or without the project engineers. Seriously saying, because we have subcontractors. But if we let it run by the subcontractors, we will run into a lot of quality issue, a lot of time issue, a lot of scheduling issue and resources issue. Okay, so that's the reason why we need project engineers on site. So your primary job actually is monitor and make sure they comply to whatever you want, and you continuously monitoring it every day, and then you force the situation to improve the quality. Yeah, so that's what we do. So logistic plan, I'm not sure about your managers or introduce you guys about anything about logistic plan, but every project should have logistic plan. So this is a JDC logistic plan, JDC 4 logistic plan. So we need to at least know where is a security guard post, where is a rest area, where is a surround, where is an area for people to have meetings, to rest, and then how is the truck going into the project site. So we indicate here. Where is the walk path of the humans? The green color is the safe walk path for the humans. And then where is all the car park and stuff? Okay. Why you guys need to have this? Anyone? Why we need to have this? Exactly. So let's say today, Alisa is not JDC 4, right? Now I ask you, today I MC, help me send one lorry brick into JDC 4. Without this plan, how you send?
I don't know this plan.
Yeah, you don't know this plan, how you send? And blindly chong into it only lah, got lubang, anga only, no problem. Then the brick everywhere on the floor already, right? So actually, this is very important. So if you issue this to all your vendors, right, you won't come out story like, oh, the vendor delivered to the wrong place, like our diesel tank, our day tank, all those stupid funny thing, right? It's actually lack of planning. So we don't have this. And actually, in fact, at JDC 1, I do one copy for Matthew and Edmund. And I think now it's in the dustbin. Yeah, so no one actually bring it up. So this is all not good practice. Because a lot of time people think, oh, this is common sense, don't need to send out one. Right? You will think that way. But I tell you what, because you are in the project, that's why you know where to park, where to unload. But I'm the driver, coming from KL, first time I'm into your project, you expect me to know? No, right? So need to change the perspective of looking at stuff. Maybe at your personal point of view, you think this is stupid. Cannot be every day I work in this project, I don't know where to unload, right? But let's change the identity a bit. You step into the shoes as a driver, then you will be like, where I unload? So this is the thing that you guys need to think and produce. Okay, of course I have other samples later I will show you guys as well. So okay, never mind, this one I don't want to go first. Let me show you some more first. If not, later you guys blur already. So this is our JDC 1. Okay, so last round, this is how we brief the contractor before they went on board. So we show them where is the site office, where is the car park, how to go into the JDC 1 area. Okay, I think most of you don't see this document because this document lost in transition for quite some time already. Okay, so we also indicate where is the walk path, etc. Okay, and then even for the building internally, we also indicate how to go in. So we went in from here. The red dot is where we block. We don't want people to come in. So we secure only one direction come in. So why we want one direction to come in? Because we want to control the people. So if you open every door, right? So like yesterday, I go catch people that not following safety standard. So when they come, so I come starting, get cut from people. Those people run, one run left, one run right. How I going to chase everyone? Cannot be I go chasing everyone, right? So I asked the security block that says no one can go up. You run, So this is how you manage. Okay. Then you see, previously we also draw very nicely one. How you should. What is the whole logistic flow and everything. So if you are a very good project manager, you should plan all these things. Because when you issue all these things to everyone on site, right, there's no reason that guy told you. Okay, for example, recently I heard a very funny story. The fan wall and the switchboard all come together, right, in JDC one. Then you all traffic jam at the loading bay, right? Why this happen? Exactly. No proper planning. Because you see, maybe he is handling the switchboard. Maybe he is handling the fan wall. But these two guys don't talk. He asked his vendor send only. He also asked his vendor send only. And then you guys also don't have a logistic plan, don't have a meeting, nothing. So when everything comes to the site, everyone look at them, wow, how to go in? Traffic jam? So this is very related to you from a day-to-day basis. That's why I also encourage people to have project meetings. Okay lah, this all is others PPE thing Okay, so let's jump to the next one. Just a second. Okay, before we jump to the next one, so far anyone got any question? I think I do a lot of talking, very technical. No Okay, so now we go to we do some group activity before we lunch break. Okay lah, I think we can do some group activity before we lunch break. So I'm going to give you guys some case study here. No problem. Just now we have a group of 4 so now we make a group of 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so basically we separate into 2 groups so I need to transfer 1 or 2 guys over here. Then we make it 2 groups. Anyone want to come over here? Discuss. And again, you need paper you can take from here. Just give me some solutions on how you manage it holistically. Means you need to be focused on only logistics. Whatever thing that you think is relevant, you can also write down. Okay, this is for your side. If you guys need some paper, you can take. Okay, don't need to focus on only logistics because that's how we talk about planning, etc. Just think about yourself as the project manager, how you want to plan your work in this situation. Okay? So we do a quick one. We take 15 minutes because later 12 I would like to plan for a lunch break. Okay? So 12:10 we will sum up our stuff. So think very holistically. Whatever you can brand off to manage the project, you just throw it in just as a planning. Okay? Okay, let's go. So this is our last module for today, project closure. So I think beginning of the class, the sessions really mentioned that JDC day 1, we are not doing really a very good closure I would say that way. We have a lot of things tangling around, we cannot end it, then we keep dragging here and there. So we got stuck ourselves in day 1 at the same time. We also doing day 2. So make all of our life become very difficult. So that's why today I would like to talk about closure strategy, transition to handover to operation team, and what is DLP. Okay, this is a basic that you guys need to know. So closure strategy. If you recall, in April and May this year, we actually did not call all these things. We did not have any meeting with our client, which is YTL Power, Alvin. I believe until today, we also hand over our records and documentation to them. I believe so. Okay. And even now, the whole thing is already in operation. we are not doing any sign off. We literally just tell them, come in, you come in, then we go to day 2. You know, that's the process we have. So in a proper handover, I think we should have a alignment meeting. So means that before we finish it, we should talk about what is the expectation of deliverable. So we should sit down with the operation team and the client and say that, look, I'm going to give you this document, this thing, this key, this sort of training, etc. Instead of like what we're doing now, I know that you guys give them some training, right? You guys give them some training. But is all this training side off? No, right? It's just you guys giving training. Then training after training that you're giving, right? They still ask you for more trainings, right? So that's the problem. So we need to put a cutoff. So we should do a alignment meeting. Then we come up with with all the stakeholders, an exit plan. So in order for us to exit, how many numbers of training you need? We need to define that. What sort of document I need to hand over? The T&C form, the ITPs, the system record in the out drive, or in the future, the CX planner, and then all the SBU drawings, all the O&M, all the keys to every room in the building, all the access card to every room in the building, all the system password like your CCTV system, your BMS system, your CPOS system, all the system password, and then your ITMP for your air condition as well. All those have password, but we don't have those password, and I believe even until today we haven't handed over the password, right? So those are the problem. That's why they keep on fighting us and keep on repeating, want us to do something extra. But if you ask me, is those extra thing is our scope? I will tell you no, it's not our scope. Okay, so for day 2, I hope to see that we have this alignment meeting before we hand over, which is in October. And then of course, before handover, we also need to prepare all our record. We need to export the out drive. We need to export all our ITPs, all our CX documentation, everything. And then when we hand over this thing, and when we align, I would call this a handover matrix. We define all these handover matrices, then we ask them to sign off. So when the time comes, we really complete the projects. We ask them to sign off, and we give all the document to them. I think being fair to both parties, they cannot come back and tell us that they need more this, and this, because we already clearly define. So if we do that, it will make our life so much better. Okay? Then the following final project review and financial closure, right? This one is more internal, mean SPYTL itself, nothing to do with our client. Okay? So another portion that I believe this round, day 2 or JDC 2 or JDC 4 end, I also would like to ask them to do is that all the key stakeholders, which is you guys, the project management team, the T&C team, whoever team out there, I think all of you should sit down. We should have a very candid review about lesson learned. Throughout the whole project, definitely there is argument between you guys because you feel like this is his scope, this is not my scope, should be done by him, not by me, blah, 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 etc. So I think after each and every project, right, we should sit down and being very candid. It's not asking you to throw spanner or throw chair. It's just that we all sit down together. We want to understand where is the gray area. We make it more well-defined. So in the future project, less friction between the team. Then you guys can work faster. So I think all this is a very productive way of improving our project management. Okay, so this is also part of the proposed strategy that I say lah. Performance review, lesson learned, sharing. Okay, so this one is more on running the project itself. Then if you go up slightly higher levels, you will touches the financial. Okay, so we should, looking at the data, the actual use project budget versus the planned project budget. How is the performance? So for JDC 1, I'm pretty confident we have a few hundred millions of saving. Okay, JDC2, I'm totally in dark right now. I don't even know where am I. Because we are simply buying stuff without thinking on. We just keep backing only, keep buying. So I totally lost track already. Then JDC4, I'm pretty sure we were on budget also. Okay. So what is this all data mean for you and for me? You need to think. So can anyone tell me what is this all financial data meant for you? You're on budget means what? Huh? Huh? Future bank nothing to do with you as is YTL. Yeah. We can achieve the budget. Under the budget means we deliver the project on time and on budget means you hit better performance. So when you hit better performance mean what? You have more bonus lah. Okay, so this is very important for you. Make more money for the company means you have more bonus lah. Okay, so processes to outstanding invoicing and VOs. Okay, this one just now you guys also ask. And always in a project, especially in others part of the market, you always hear contractors say they are not paying my VOs. Okay, because there is a culture in Malaysia where VO happen in the projects. There's no documentation, there's no AI, no EI, no PMI, no SI, and they go on with the work. Then 6-7 months down the road, suddenly you come back, hey, previously I do that one, you know it's a VO, I want to charge you. So again, come back to the same case like the court. I go and tell the judge, right? I say one. You think makes sense or not? Doesn't make sense, man. So during what normally I practice here is that the moment I sense that there's a VO trigger, means when you guys issue all these things, I will actually already in contact with the contractors, ask them to give me quotation. That's what I do lah. But however, until the end of the project, there must be something still left open one. So this is where the time you want to finish the invoicing and the VOs. So we try to close all the VO before we close the account. So once we're done with this portion, then we will go to final account. So this is a quite pretty standard process in all the construction projects. Okay. So these two is internal. Then client handover. Like I said, after we hand over all these documents, everything sign off. When I say everything sign off means really everything we give to people already lah. So normally it's after the training done lah. Okay. Even the training you have done, we should have a formal handover meeting and tell the customer, look, all these deliverable that we requested in this meeting is already fulfilled. Okay. And then the site, everything is already online. The key, I have passed you everything already, password, everything I give you already. Look, today is a formal date. I tell you that we are ended and we're going to leave the site. Okay. And then we should also have a formal acceptance from the customer. So that in that meeting, you should request the customer to say, look, now we already officially ended and then we will demob. But in order to close this project, I need you to issue me a formal letter to say that at this date, I have completed this project and you discharge me from my contract. Okay, so this is called formal acceptance. So training programs, okay, last round is very messy. Not to say that we only limit them to train for one round lah. So suppose we have a training program to make sure that the client side able to pick up all the system. Okay, although we are demobbing, but we still need to make sure they can operate the system lah. That's part of our responsibility lah. Okay, so we should give them a training program as well. Means down the road, maybe 6 months later, I come back and I see which of your guy cannot one, a bit loose one. I tell you what to do, something like that. Yeah. So after all this being done, then you will officially enter into a DLP period. Okay. So we call it DLP. Okay. Once you enter into DLP, means what? Yes, warranty start. So when you go to DLP, you will not want to have all your engineer of that project in that project. Because crazy, right? You cannot spend 60 engineers just to do a finished project. Doesn't make sense. So when the DLP start, we need to form a defect team. Okay, so normally the defect team won't be a lot of people. It's just a few people, 1-2 engineers. But again, these defect team people and the T&C engineer is same category one. These are the fastest learning group. They will know every single thing in the project because all their job is to settle problem. Okay, so in terms of defect management, now what I see in JDC day one is damn messy. Suka, Alvin send one message, WhatsApp come, then the chargeman send another message come. Suka, the HQ drop one email. There's no tracking one, you know. Everyone can just simply throw a spanner to you. So I think Alison been assigned to be the defect team for day one, right? So are you able to track what you're doing? Good luck with that lah. Okay. So this is what I keep on emphasize to the team. Sit down with the customer and tell them, look, I'm going to ignore all your email, all your WhatsApp whatsoever. I don't care. Every week we will have a defect meeting. You issue me an official defect list. I base on the defect list item, I go fix one by one. After I fix, I give you a status update, I fix, then you sign off. That's the correct way to do it. It's not like us now, you know. So tomorrow, Alvin suddenly text Alison, hey, Alison, your aircon not cold. Then go bring the aircon guy, go and fix. Then 3 weeks later, he sent him again, hey, Alison, your aircon also not cold. Then the guy will start complaining already. Hey, your aircon been not cold for a whole year already. Because you don't have a record. That's why he can bully you based on that. Okay? So once you can manage a defect, you have a defect team, then the reporting process to the customer is very clear-cut one. This is a defect list you give me on what date. This is the rectification that I have done on what date. You sign off already. Okay, no argument. Instead of every now and then, every few weeks, you can see Matthew and Alvin start fighting already. Yeah. Why these all sort of unnecessary friction happen? Because of no one is doing the documentation. Okay? So this is defect liability period. But outside the strategy, you guys know what is a DRP, right? So basically, it's a period defined in the contract. It's either 12 months, 24 months, or 36 months that you warranty the building. So if the system go wrong, installation got problem, everything you need to fix up. Okay? So end of the DRP period, we issue a document called CMGD. Okay? So what is CMGD? Yeah, CMGD. Correct, you are right. Okay? So finally, after you issue the CMGD, this is what you officially end one project. We call it the contractual closure. Okay? After you issue the CMGDs, of course, during the DRP, there might be some VOs ongoing as well. So after all those things done, then you might want to sit down with the whole team to talk about the performance index of the projects. Are we running the project efficiently with correct numbers of headcount, correct numbers of total and size, and correct timing? And actually, what is the major issues that we face in the project? And why this major issue happened? Okay. Then after you do that review, of course, all this feedback will be gathered lah. Then the next project, people will start to push it to make it better. Okay. Then once you're done with the CMGD, at the same time means that your project is totally ended. So means that there will not be any more financial transaction after that date. So this is your final financial report already. This is a time where your real how much money you make happen. Okay? And then as an established company like us since 1955, all the reports and records in the project shall be archived. You don't go and throw and burn it, Use it like your cooking paper or anything, So you need to archive it. The reason being is that being a good and experienced contractor, like let's say 3 years down the road, someone from the project asks you, hey, Shama, this genset, so now I suddenly realized got this issue. This bus bar is loosened. So are you actually during that time your installation you got checked or not? Go to your archive, find the inspection report and show him, sign off by the cloud. So why this bus bar is loose? Your maintenance team is not doing his job. So it's all justification. So it's like your own personal tax you keep for 7 years, right? So it's exactly the same thing. Okay. Then after we're done with that, we go back to the transition. Like I said just now, we're doing a very poor transition from projects to operation previously. So that's why I emphasize this again. O&M. Day one, right? I believe none of you is doing the O&M. Are you doing the O&M? Are you doing the O&M? Do you know what is the O&M? Okay. Luckily, you guys still know. So this O&M, right, is basically just a document to tell you, to describe the system, what is the consumer parts in the system that you need to stock up, who is your emergency contact, and then if in case of failure, who you should call the vendors, etc., etc. Okay, so if you ask me, the O&M is supposed to be prepared by the project team. But for day one, because of our team is rushing day 2 on site, so our office team is actually helping to prepare the O&M lah. But if you ask me, is that realistic? I tell you no. You know why? Because the office team actually never operate the system before. What they do is, okay, I put in only, you know. So it's not a good way to do it lah. Okay. So like here say is a documentation to describe all the system operation and behavior, including the EOP and SOP. You guys know what is EOP? Emergency Operating Procedure. SOP? Correct. So let's say I'm the operator. Now Shama is not here already. I want to run the genset. The genset do know what's I cannot run. So I just need to open the O&M. I read the procedure, follow step by step. I should be able to run the genset. Okay, that is a good O&M. Okay, so that's how I mentioned blah blah blah, got team done. So next one, operation training. So previously we run the training like a headless chicken. Suka today I train BMS, tomorrow I train field system, blah blah blah. But you see, it's an unplanned training. So even the attendance I see is then random one. Suddenly this guy attend, suddenly that guy attend. So by end of the day, they tell Shama, hey Shama, actually I don't know how to operate the genset. Can you come and help me run the genset? Right? So this is the consequences. So we should make this training program an established program. Who must be attending? If that guy not here, I'm not going to run the training. And what is the training content? Yeah. So this one we need to establish. Then identify the stakeholders, since I said already. Conduct a formal training and certification for all the system. So actually our UPS system, our genset system, our BMS system, right? They actually give you formal training and certification. So if you finish the training by them, right, they give you a professional certificate. So we actually can run the certification as well. But in our case, in day one, we didn't do that. That's why if one day our operation team do something wrong to the system and spoil the system, right, actually the principal will not give you warranty. So this is very dangerous. So we should comply to the certification. Okay. Then lastly, most important thing is establish communication and follow up. Okay. All of us like to do this one. Throw bomb. Not throw bomb, we throw bomb. It's a light up bomb. Wait, not my problem, I throw you. Okay, this is what we all do. But this is not the correct way. Okay? We responsible and hold accountable for what we do. So we should establish a communication link with the operation guy. But at the same time, I do want to help the operation guy to operate. So this is a very magical way, relationship. I can help you, but I don't want to full-time do for you. So you should start establish that type of communication. If not, Shama will not be my project engineer anymore. Shama will become my operation engineer in YTL Power. Okay, so I don't want that. So you need to establish this sort of relationship. Then provide emergency and defect service organization chart. This one is also very important. You see, now JDC one that they talk about what? The makeup water tank leak, right? Who following up that one? The makeup water tank overflow. Right? I think Iqbal got a call, Atong got a call, Edmund got a call, I got a call, Joshua got a call. They call 5 people, you know, just because of one thing overflow. So why they do that? Because they don't know who they should call. We never tell them who they should call. So this is crazy lah. So when he panic, he kanchiong, he saw water flying out already. He said, okay lah, call everyone that I know. Yeah, this is what happened. So we should establish an organization chart. Who is the first point of contact? Second point of contact? One level up is who? So this is all very important. Then we should establish a defect reporting framework, like just how I said, WhatsApp fly one, email fly one, that group fly another one. All this is non-organized. We should establish a defect report framework. How we should do the defect. Then we can manage it normally. Okay? So,
who is the operation team?
oh, for our case, the operation team is YTL DC sub. Yeah, it's another subsidiary of YTL. It's our own guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Called Arvin. ARVIN. Yeah, here. Yeah. Yeah, office is inside JDC one. Okay, so that's the thing. Then next one is the DLP. I think just now I go too fast. I already mentioned that. Okay. Okay, so summary of today, what we go through is, come, give me some pointer. What we go through today? Project planning, monitoring and control, quality control, risk, closure, execution. Okay, so those are the important concepts you guys need to have lah. But again, like I say, don't stress out. Maybe you hear a lot of things that you still unclear, because today's objective is more on an introductory class. I just want to let you guys know there's something happening as such. So if you want to drill down to the detail, you can talk to your seniors, you can talk to me, you can talk to your managers, or we can see if really needed, we can arrange certain classes specifically focus on certain things. Yeah, because project management is too huge already. You cannot finish it in one day. Okay, so so let me remind again on the LO that we specific for this this course. So what we want to achieve in this job, okay, so we have said that we want to achieve 3 LO learning objective for this today training. So I believe just now we went through some of the exercise in the class, some group assignment, etc. So based on your feedback, what I feel is that you guys have a bit understanding of the fundamental of a project management principle. So just now we also go through where to find all the data, the EDMS, the team, and then how to use all these tracker that I give you. Okay, so I believe you will have the ability to find the correct referencing data already. And then thirdly, we also talk about project tracking and quality control. So just now we issue some drawings, and then we indicate to you how to track your day-to-day progress of the work. And also project quality control, we mentioned about some of the system we use, the outdraft, etc. So actually, I also prepared some photo. So later I will do a quick one. I show you guys some photo. You tell me what you see in the photo and what you want to comment. Okay? And of course, I also have a quiz later to verify the information I transferred to you today. You actually absorb it lah. Okay? So let's do step by step. We go to the photo first. Okay, so in this photo, quality issues, what you see? Yeah, the T&C team circle this. What means by this? Oh, you want to zoom in? Can.
The support is not supposed to be there. Supposed to be
Okay, why the support is not supposed to sit here? Sorry? Correct. Because this box is where you're going to service. You need to dismantle this box. So if your support sit here, right, in the future, how you dismantle the box? Okay, not bad. Okay, what is this issue? Huh?
He said you have interview. Okay.
I asked him to interview. Tell him to interview. Yeah. So so actually it's the sitting of the pipe. You see this? You remember on side this pipe have a half moon? Yeah, the half moon is missing. That's why the whole pipe is the insulation. Yeah. Okay, this one? No sticker lah. This one? Your switch port is actually not sitting flat lah. Yeah. This one? No, he need to chop. It's too rod lah. Okay. Yeah, this one I like this one. Iqbal know what issue this one. Yeah, so our spec call for how many meters?
1.2.
Correct. So this one is like flying snake. This is not. What is this problem? So one conduit, I got two source. Correct. What is this problem? Yeah, why there's a cable up there? Manual support. Correct. Manual support. I like manual support. Okay lah, I think the rest is about the same lah. Okay, so take out your phone. We play some very interesting thing. Okay, faster, we scan. I should have. What number? You just go matty.com, then you type in the number. Come, scan. Okay, I'm expecting 100 over 100. He go interview already, right? Okay, so everyone can go in. So basically after you go in, it looks something like this. You stop there, you can't move already. So all in this page. Okay, tell you the game rules first. Everyone have 30 seconds per question. Response time to count into your scoring. Okay. Hopefully you all get 100% because the question I put up is pretty simple. Don't spam. Don't spam so much. Okay. 14 player. Ngam lah about there lah. 1, 2. Then you use a code lah. Yeah, you go to menti.com, then you use a code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, still got missing one guy. Oh, okay. Are you joining? Oh, 15 player. Sure, everyone is in. Shall we? Okay, we should start. Hey, stop telling the answer. Walao eh. Wait, one more guy haven't pressed. Oh, the guy is me. Who chose planning and coordination? Okay, no problem. Okay, are you ready? Well, this one wrong, need to leave the room, right? Okay. Oh, not bad, not bad. Who's Matthew? Okay. Oh, it's a tough question. Oh, it's quantity because remember the triangle I mentioned just now? Speed, cost, and quality. Okay, last one. Supposedly the consultant shouldn't meet the authority without the client. Okay, never mind. So who is the winner? Oh, what's my score? Who is that? Who is that? Power lah. Okay lah, you graduated. Next training won't have your name already. Okay, so yeah. So that's basically conclude our training for today. So let's have 5 minutes. So any one of you have any questions or feedback on today trainings, you are welcome to tell me so that next training we can see how we can accommodate better lah. But don't tell me the food is not nice. This one I can't control. Also don't tell me the drink is not nice. I also cannot control. Yeah. Anyone? Oh, this training got certificate. I need to ask Oja. Got certificate of completion of the training. Okay. So LA will issue the training cert. Yep. Okay. So I mean we have a few minutes before Oja need to left. So come. Any sorry?
Hand over to client, right? So we hand over to client. How about the CC? Is it a separate thing or?
Oh, very good question. CCC and CPC, you guys can differentiate. Yeah. So actually, CCC is basically about your supporting document from the authority. So in the CCC, we got like 30 something items lah. So the mainly one, mostly you will see one is the bomba, the landscape inspection, TMB supporting letter, the telco supporting letters, and those are the mainly the one the M&E guy will see lah. Actually, total is 30 something. So including the MPKU lah, if you hit the JK, JKH lah, the wastewater, the indoor water, etc., etc. lah. So the whole list very comprehensive. You can download from the Board of Architect website. They actually give you a whole comprehensive list. So in order for you to achieve CCC, right, you don't actually need to achieve CPC. But in order for you to achieve CPC, right, most of the time in the contract spell that you need CCC. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that you must have CCC to achieve CPC. It depends on what your contract spell. Okay, so for a data center project, a contract end date is nothing to do with CCC and CPC. The data center project contract end date spell that you need to finish the ISD and pass to consider you finish your project. So you can get the CCC way earlier than your ISD. So what means by that is that after your CX level 2 complete, when you do CX level 3, you can actually do CCC already. Yeah. So if you are manage it pretty well, like my previous project in my previous company, or we do CCC in CX level 3. We will never do CCC in CX level 4 and 5 because it will obstruct your PNC. Then for CPC, we normally issue it together with ISD. Okay, right? What else you want to ask?
DLP. So we have contract, contract with DLP 2 years.
And
then the amount for the DLP need to release after the project or after 2 years.
Oh, okay. That one is depend how your contract been written. So if you follow the PAM standard, upon project completion, means the CPC issuance, you shall disperse 2.5% because you're holding 5% retention sum. So means they only can claim until 95. So upon you issue CPC, you give them 2.5. Then upon you issue CMGD, you give them another 2.5. Means 100% clear. Yeah. If you follow the PAM contract. But if you follow YTL standard contract, I'm not giving you anything until you finish your CMGD. Yeah. Yes.
Because in our contract, the LP inside the PQ, so retention is so the LP can release or not? Because I asked Chen kata, hold tak boleh pass. Lepas tu bila pegangan kita sudah hold dia punya retention, dia tak passkan dia punya DLP.
Correct. So this one is an isolated issue. Right? You shouldn't. How should I put this? Because you can't submit progress claim during PLP. So by the CPC, you should claim 100% already. Technically lah. So I think it's a BQ issue I need to fix. Yeah, need to discuss with him. Yeah, but his point is that he want to protect the company. That's why I told you to claim. Yeah, we can talk to Jensen on this one. Live? Oh, all very quiet. Our friend over there. Everything clear, 100%. Okay lah. Next week onward, each of them will run one portion of the project. No need manager even. Come, we can discuss. Help me take down the paper.
After the issue for construction, then the subcontractor produce the subdrawing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say they already positioned the thing on that. Then we go there, take the measurement setting up.
Not according to shop drawing.
Yes. So let's say we have a tolerance around 50 mm. And then the on-site IOW want to close the RFI, the approved SB is not up. So how we going to tackle the problem?
Okay. First thing first. Question. When we talk about tolerance, before we even touch the tolerance, you know that in the building referencing, even your building reference point might have tolerance issue, right? Means your building wall might be also run off one. So first thing you should check is that, is your reference point correct? Is the surveyor pack the correct reference point to you? Because when we draw the drawing, right, we doesn't assume the wall will off. And you taking two axes, X and Y. So when you say this off by 50 mm, is really the equipment off, or the wall off, or the column off? We need to justify this one first. Let's say we confirm the column is not off, and memang is the equipment position off by 50 mm. Okay, no problem. Go back to our PQP. What is the tolerance we allow? 50? So if within 50, there's no reason the car will say he don't want to sign. Because everything is already well defined in the PQP. But what if the PQP doesn't define? Let's say in your case, I suspect the PQP doesn't define. Yeah, so
let's say it's more than tolerance.
Let's say more than tolerance. Okay, so more than tolerance, what I suggest you to do is that the shop drawing has been approved, but now the site is not tally with the shop drawing. Two choice. First choice, ask the contractors, adjust the equipment to suit back the shop drawing. If can't be done, or the contractor don't want to be done, second choice is, which is a choice that I don't want to make, is ask him to revise his shop drawing and get approval again. But this is stupid. If the moment you started this process, right, then your construction philosophy is totally wrong. What I say there is, you allow construct and do drawing. This is a wrong philosophy. We do drawing and construct. If we construct and do drawing, then you ask the designer in the office or go home first. Yeah, that's why I don't like this. If I'm the one handling them, I will ask the contractor to redo. I don't care.
As it is a 10 to 50 mm tolerance. 10
Yeah.
to 50 mm difference from the actual shop drawing to the outside. So we no issue that. But they request the 50 mm tolerance included in the shop drawing to be approved. That approved thing should be covered. So they want to inspect on site should be safe.
Okay. How you tackle this issue is another human issue. It's not a technical issue. For me, obviously the cloud work is being fuzzy. Okay. So let's strengthen our documentation. We spell a general allowances, tolerances in our PQP and get the consultant approves the PQP. It's not me. I just follow the PQP. You get me? If my PQP spell that I have 10% tolerance, so what? Why you don't want to sign? That you cannot spell tolerance in drawing, it doesn't make sense.